All right, so I guess I really should address Mayor Castor as well as Governor DeSantis. So, this is what God said to me basically. If our social security number is already used to open a line of credit, if our straw man already is considered an LLC and already provides $1 million line of credit, then treat each homeless person that has a social security number, that's been issued a social security number in life, as that same LLC. Open a line of credit, allow us to have a water bill, which will grant us a blue can and a green can. Those blue and green cans can be used to store the items that homeless people have. I heard that the city came through and threw all of their stuff in the garbage, and that's really unfortunate. Sometimes your birth certificate is in there. Sometimes your social security number is in there. The little things that you do have to help you towards restabilizing your life just went in the trash can. So I do want to suggest that in the city of Tampa, you all get those contractor bags, Husky 2 mil contractor bags, and you can, temporarily store it in the contractor bags, and then maybe get a large trailer and sit it all on the trailers. Or maybe you have a building. Y'all got plenty of space. Even behind the last night, my daughter and I, we walked up to, we were walking to Walmart, and we passed, what is that, District 2? District 1? I don't know. In Belmont Heights Estates, there's a lot of grassy area behind the building, and you could create some temporary storage. You could get some of those. You remember the portables they put at schools when there's an overflow, and put it in the portables. I really, I'm saying what I feel and think now. This is not what God said. I really feel that if we treat people humanely, even if we have to do some fundraising or pull from another budget, so that there can be in the north side of town, north, south, east, west, a place where people can house their things. That white big rig just pulled off again. Maybe they're new to the area. I've been seeing a lot of big rigs pull through here, and that's just unusual traffic. Having a place where they can safely put their things will allow them to free up their mind, get them out of survival mode, helping them to get a place where they can shower regularly. If you can store things where you don't have to carry all of your belongings every day or be stationary, so that you can guard everything. Having a place to go and take care of your hygiene and keep your body clean. These are paramount steps to becoming a functioning human again. I was explaining to my children, I said, when you come down this low, it is an act of God only that's going to pull you up out of this. Somebody stopping by and giving you $20 today, that might do you just good for that day, even if they gave you $100, but that's not going to solve your problem. And there's many different classes within the homelessness. You have homeless with mental illness, homeless with severe mental illness, homeless with drug problems, homeless with severe drug problems. Then you have not enough money, lost my job, so I was evicted, and I don't have a support system. I don't get along with my family. I don't want to live with my family. I can't live with my family. And then you have people like me. Mortgage fraud, identity theft is going to be a reoccurring, rapidly increasing crime. With you all pretty much making marijuana legal, people who used to sell drugs are looking for ways to supplement their income. So what's going to be on the rise is the organ trafficking, the human trafficking, sacrificing people, just, random killings. It'll seem random, but it will be more in the line of witchcraft and or these vigilante type, what do you call these groups? Secret societies. They created their own little secret society clique, and they really have no boundaries, and they really have no morals, and they have no code as to how they operate. Those kind of things are already increasing, and some of it may look random, the deaths, but if you all hire people that are intuitive and psychic, they can help you to identify and classify the deaths that seem to be in a questionable category where you cannot identify the motive. Okay? So basically, God told me to tell you guys an annual bus pass for the homeless. And it won't be free. You just open a line of credit and they'll still owe it, but they can just pay little small amounts towards it. And then each quarter have fundraisers so that people can donate towards their debt. And then you can still charge for the cans. I think last time I checked, because I still have an outstanding bill at 6010 North 32nd Street, Tampa, Florida 33610 of $42 or $43. But they told me if I needed an extra can, it's like $45. So that would be $100 for $100 for the 2 cans. And then you'd have to charge them for having a security guard or 2 there so that people can come in and take what they need during the established hours, which at the top of the day and at the bottom of the day. Not all day long. You just gonna come and run in and out. You get you a book bag, get the things you need, and just like you're going to work, 9 to 5. Before work, you have access. After work, you have access. And after you lock up the area where they are keeping the blue and green cans where they store their things, then they need to get themselves to the gym. Planet Fitness is like $10 a month with a $50 annual membership. Annual what? What is that thing called? I can't remember it, but it's an annual fee of $50. Let them go and take care of their hygienes because, you have to be appropriate when you're around other people. Smell appropriate. Okay, now, in 4 of the, what do you call those? Bus stations, Marion Transfer Center, University Area Transfer Center, the Northwest Transfer Center, and there's another one. Can't think of the other one. Let's say the Yukon Transfer Center. Those 4 places, you can have up to 4 buses where people can get on the bus and sleep on the bus. And then you can charge. And this would be a part of the line of credit. Not that you would collect this money right away. You're just going to have an annual, you owe this as a homeless person. And you don't have to worry about paying us right now because you're going to do fundraisers and we'll work out how you're going to pay for these services that we are extending to you. But right now, we want you to plug in. We want you to be on this bus, sit down. Everybody needs to have headphones. And you need to be quiet. This is not for you to come on the bus and chit chat. This is for people who want to come and rest. So if you want to come on the bus and sleep, come on the bus and listen to your phone and, have a safe place to be until 6 a.m. maybe, 5 a.m. maybe, depending on whether you need those buses in rotation. It would really work better if you had like the Greyhound type buses for comfort. So let me see. So that takes care of a place to sleep. That takes care of a place to store their things so that it's not on the sidewalk, out in the world, and a place to take care of their hygienes. And I'm hearing some okay things about the Hope Tent City. What's the other place they were telling me about? Something takes place at the Cove. I haven't really settled down to do the research. I've been trying to get myself in this Harvard business class so that I can re-establish my identity, so that I can get my identity back, collect my mail from my family and, these other people that have participated in stealing my identity, so that I can re-establish my household. And so I haven't really had the time. Maybe it's not so much the time as it is I keep praying and hoping that they're going to release some of my money, even if it's just my stimulus checks that I never got. Now my family is upset because there's tax fraud, there's mortgage fraud, there's malicious persecution, there's defamation of character, there's libel, there's slander, and nobody really wants to go to jail for a lien. They consider me to be nobody. God sees me as somebody, but they don't want to pay back the money they've taken from me, and they don't want to atone for any of the things they've done to me. And I meant you had 4 Tampa police officers, 4 sheriff officers to come and do pretty much illegal, malicious evictions, so that my family and these other people that are benefiting from the money that is being stolen from me don't have to pay me back. So it's like, oh, well, we have to find a way to get her crazy, to criminalize her, crack her mouth open and force something down her to destroy her mind, so that you all really can, put her in a assisted living facility somewhere and, continue to take her money. Because a lot of lies have been told. Instead of the law enforcement actually enforcing the law, regardless of your position and your title, if you broke the law, we handle it this way. And I guess mercy can be given on case by case basis, but to destroy a family even further just because you don't want to deal with the fact that you have low morals, you took a bribe, and you violated your oath, instead of apologizing and going through a bit of shame and having to rebuild yourself back up. You don't mind sacrificing my children and I, not you, because I don't think you were a part of it, but I have not researched yet. So that pretty much concludes my conversation regarding homeless recovery. Those members within the homeless community that do drugs and have to have them because they are full-time addicts, that's going to present a problem. We already know that. We already know that there are some members of the homeless community that have severe mental problems. So those have to be weeded out immediately. And it only takes one night to figure that out. who those people are. They have to be immediately removed from people who are civil and safe. So those people need to be removed immediately, and I don't know how that would be handled. There are already infrastructures in place for that. I think the Cove deals with people who do drugs, and Grace Point deals with people who have mental issues. So plugging them into those systems would remove them and allow for safety and peace on the buses for sleeping purposes. Maybe allowing them to come in 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. I don't know. That's what I was thinking. So, Lily Smith, the advocate, these are my thoughts, and I'm hoping that you will receive it the way it's intended. I will go and do a Google search to see what kind of encampments you all have planned, if you have anything planned as of yet, and where you think they will be. There is a naval, let me see, the Army surplus store. What is that, Tampa Street? Is that Tampa or Ashley? 1312. I think it's North Ashley Street. That would be a perfect place to do another vision that I had, which is called a sleep hostel. Basically, the recliners that they have in hospitals, fill the place up with recliners, and people can come in and sleep in the recliners, cover the recliners with some industrial type plastic, and then they can use like a blanket to put on top of it. Bed bugs may become an issue, so that's why I say cover it with the plastic. And the concrete floor is fine because you're going to have to spray down the recliners just to keep things sanitary, just like the bus is going to be needing to be cleaned after people exit the bus. They can go back to the bus depot and be cleaned just like the buses that are already in rotation. And this would also allow for people who live in cars to park their car on the property. There will be security and cameras so that people can safely sleep in their car if they like to sleep in their car. And then a small fee would be charged. And again, if they don't have the fee, still allow them to add it to their existing bill, but allow them to come and park in the lot. As long as they follow the rules, they're safe, they're quiet, they're in their car, then allow them to continue to come, and we'll have to figure out how to pay the bills later. So I think this would really boost the energetic value for the city of Tampa.